this is gonna be the $1 Million Chicken Dish for two. This is my version of it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and all I'm gonna do right now is, I have these scallions, and I'm gonna go ahead and slice some of these up. If you don't have scallions on hand, you can use a regular onion, you can use shallots, you know, you just need some way to get that onion flavor in there. Worst case scenario, you can always use onion powder if you don't have any fresh onions, but the fresh onions are way better. Okay, so let's see. Let's go ahead and do all of that because we're gonna need about a half a cup or so, and I love onions, so I want to make sure we get a full half a cup. Okay, now I also have 4 pieces of turkey bacon. Feel free to use regular bacon if that's what you like, but we love turkey bacon and it's so much better for you. So I have bacon flying. Carefully chop your bacon up, and I tell you what, let's not double this or triple or quadruple it. Let's do this. Yeah, that's better. So we're gonna chop this bacon up, which we're just doing like a rough rustic chop here. It doesn't have to be tiny or perfect or anything. Actually, I kind of like mine a little bit more chunky. Okay, so now we're gonna take our bowl, and we have about a half a cup of mayonnaise here, okay? Half a cup of mayonnaise. Then we have 4 ounces of cream cheese. We have the light cream cheese, okay? And it needs to be at room temperature, okay? And then we have a little bit over a cup of cheese here. And this is cheddar cheese. It's white cheddar and regular, you know, yellow cheddar. I had some of the white cheddar left, and so I didn't want to, you know, waste it. So I went ahead and just used up what I had left for this, and then I needed more, so I did the yellow cheddar. Now, we're not gonna put it all in here. We're only gonna put half of it in our mixture right now. So let's kind of give this a stir. Let's get this kind of mixed in good. We'll add in our onions and bacon, but we need to have some salt and some pepper. Okay, so let's give that a stir. The softer your cream cheese is, the easier it is to mix this up. Okay, now we're gonna throw in our bacon. Okay, I'm gonna use my knife here because I'm gonna get all that goodness. All that goodness. Okay, now we're gonna throw in our onions. If you need a really quick meal, this is it. This is so easy. As you can see, it takes very few ingredients, but it is delicious. It's packed with flavor. It's also something you can make up ahead, put it in your fridge, you know, and have it ready. And then when you get home, all you have to do is stick it in the oven. All kinds of ways you can make it. Okay, so we've got that mixed up. I tell you what, I can't hardly make anything without adding garlic powder. Okay, that's just another layer of flavor. I'm gonna put a little garlic powder in there. You could add some hot sauce to this if you want a little bit of a kick. Actually, I think I might. I think not really hot sauce, but I think I'm gonna add some chili powder. That sounds good. We'll add just a tad of that, some chili powder. That'll give it just a little bit of heat. Okay, we've got that good and mixed up. Now it's time to get our casserole dishes ready. And because I'm cooking for two, I have 2 separate little dishes here. Feel free to do this, or if you would like to combine it all like in an 8x8 dish, that's perfectly fine too. This just works really well for us. So what we're gonna do, I've already sprayed the dish with some spray, and now I'm going to take my chicken. Okay, we've got 2 pieces of chicken, and we're going to just lay that chicken right in the dish. It's okay that it overlaps because it's going to shrink a little bit as it cooks. As you can see, I've got some parchment paper on my board, so I don't have my chicken juice on there. Okay, so we've got our chicken in our dishes. Like I said, that'll be fine because it'll shrink up as it cooks. So now, make sure, always season every layer. So we're gonna put some salt on our chicken. We're gonna put a little bit of pepper. Okay, we're gonna put, of course, some garlic powder. A lot of times, you forget to season your meat, and your meat really needs to be seasoned so that it has a good flavor. So not just your filling has the flavor, or your topping, but you have that flavor all the way down into your meat. So don't forget to season your meat good. Now I'm gonna put a little bit of chili powder on this meat. Feel free to skip this step if you don't really like the heat. It is not necessary. It'll still taste great. Okay, now we're gonna take our sauce or our cream, and like I said, I'm doing 2, so what I'm gonna do is just gonna kind of eyeball that, you know, make a little line there. That's about half. So I'm gonna put half on this side, and I'm gonna put half on this side. Oh my goodness, this looks good. Okay, then we're just gonna kind of smear that around. Cover up that chicken. All right, now we're gonna add the rest of our cheese. Here again, we're gonna, you know, kind of divide that up, and we're gonna add half to one dish and the other half to the other one. I already have our oven preheated to 350. And what I like to do is I'm gonna put it on this little baking sheet, just because, you know, sometimes if it gets to bubbling up or it were to spill over, this is so much easier to clean up than cleaning in my stove. And also my oven is still new to me, so I'm like, I don't want to spill anything. So we're gonna put it in this pan. We're gonna stick this in the oven and cook it probably for about 30 minutes. Now, my chicken was really thin, so it may not take 30 minutes. I'll probably check it at about 20 minutes. I always say you'd rather be safe than sorry, so just go ahead and check it. Depending on the thickness of your chicken, it could take anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes to cook. So, but you want to watch it because you don't want your cheese to burn. So, we're gonna go ahead and get this in the oven. Okay, as you can see, I have pulled these out of the oven, so they are piping hot. Look how beautiful they look. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to sprinkle some fresh green onions on the top, just to add a little bit of freshness and color. You could use parsley. Also, you could, if you had some extra bacon, you could sprinkle a little bit of bacon on the top right before you serve it. Also, you could put a little bit of sour cream on this if you like. There's all different kind of variations that you can do. Again, it's all about your preference, what your taste buds like, and what you and your spouse like. So again, this is our $1 million chicken recipe. And if you want the full recipe, be sure and head on over to my blog at www.cookitfor2. That's cookitfortwo.com. And all the recipes for this will be there, and all my other recipes will be there too. So if you haven't subscribed to my blog, you really should go ahead and do that because you don't want to miss out on anything. Lord bless you.